Hello and welcome to Credit B presents Bold Diaries.
Just to recap RCB's retention list, obviously it's a pretty vigorous process, but a key part of our discussion was around consistency and around giving players that perform well for us. And we spent a lot of time at the previous year looking at the players we wanted to identify for years to come. So a big part was unless we knew we could get someone significantly better than what we've got, we really wanted to trust the players that had done well for us, and we believe in them in terms of moving forward. So that was the philosophy. Obviously, we're pretty comfortable with our top order with Faf, Finn Allen, Virat, and Rajat Patidar. Obviously, a really strong top order for us that we can manoeuvre around. Obviously, there's a little bit of a concern around Glenn Maxwell, heading up to the retention phase with his broken leg, but we're certainly wishing Glenn a speedy recovery, and all the information we have is that he'll be back, well before the IPL and playing cricket. So having that three-dimensional player in our squad is obviously critical in terms of balancing that squad out. Shahbaz Ahmed has gone from strength to strength, obviously playing for India now in ODI cricket. We see a big role for him, not only with the ball but also with the bat, and he's progressing nicely there and did a good job for us in the middle order. DK, well, he was phenomenal for us last year, being that finishing role and obviously forcing his case to play for India and perform so well. So we're looking forward to having him, obviously being that finishing guy with the experience that he brings, and also in the field, obviously with angles and bowling changes, and certainly helping out within that leadership group. Then we've got some really talented batters in amongst of Lomraw, Suyash Prabhadesai and Anuj Rawat. That they've got plenty of power, plenty of ability in terms of multiple roles, and we think within those three guys that we've got plenty of talent and plenty of flexibility. So, and obviously Anuj covers the keeping side as well in case we need a replacement for DK. Spin bowling wise, we've obviously decided to stick with Karan Sharma. Another very good season for him domestically. Proven again that outside of the international players, he's one of the best leg spinners going around, and provides us that flexibility if we were to have an issue with Hasaranga at any time throughout the season. We've got a different way of shaping our side, so really pleased to have Karan back. Good group of quicks. So within our quicks, I think we've got all the phases covered. We've got the likes of Akash D gone from strength to strength with another side Mushtaq Ali under his belt. He's getting quicker, he's getting a bit smarter with his variations, so we're really pleased with how he's progressing. Sid Cole, another backup player for us, and top wicket taker in the side, Mushtaq Ali, certainly deserves his retention, and we know that he'll be ready to go if required. We're delighted with Mohammad Siraj in terms of, we know he had a tough IPL, but has come back really strongly with white ball. His performance in the ODIs for India has been exceptional. He's starting to swing the ball again. His wrist position's excellent and his pace is going up. So really delighted to have Siraj back to his best, and no doubt he'll bookend the innings for us with some real confidence the coming season. So, overseas players, Hazelwood obviously will be back. We know that there's some issues there with some Australian players not being available. There's plenty of cricket for Australia, and he might not play the whole tournament, but we know that he's really keen to be back and available for us, so we're looking forward to that. We've got David Willey, who obviously provides plenty of flexibility in the roles that he plays. So to have a player of that experience who can play multiple roles for just 2 crore is really important to give us that flexibility within the squad. So delighted to have David back. To complete our all-rounder list, obviously we've got Harshal Patel and Wanindu Hasaranga, who are key players for us. Not only in those batting roles, sort of middle order, but also the ability to change the game at any stage. So, Harshal, we know he had an injury. We know he's come back from that. And we're very confident that he'll play a huge part for us through the middle, maybe in the power play, but certainly at the death. And we know how good he is in those phases. Wanindu Hasaranga has come off another quality World Cup. We know he's that man who can turn a game on its head with the ball. And he was outstanding in the field for us last year. Added an extra dimension in terms of creating opportunities there. And with the bat, I think we've still got more to see. And if we can, he can contribute more with the bat, then that length of batting, that depth of batting for RCB is going to be critical coming into this season. All in all, we're really pleased with the balance that we have. We're pleased we've been able to be consistent in terms of our selections. I want to take this opportunity to thank the players that we didn't retain also. So Jason, Shafane, CV Milland, Anishwa and Lovenett all made significant contributions last year. It might not have been on the park with only Shafane playing a handful of games out of that group, but they were immensely professional throughout the whole season. Lovenett obviously got an injury early on, and that allowed Rajat Patidar to come in and do what he did. But Anishwa is a young, promising player who still has time to develop, and looking forward to watching that. CV Milland was always had a smile on his face, always trained with real purpose, and he's a player who we immensely admired. It just doesn't quite fit our skill mix for what we were after this year. And Shafane, we're just looking for a slightly different type of player at the auction, and that'll evolve over time. But certainly a thorough professional, as was Jason Berendorf, who was always ready to play, always trained, with real specificity around what he needed to do, provided that left arm option, and was a player that we immensely respected for what he offered the group. But as I said, we're just looking for a slightly different skill set, and wish them all well this coming season. Hopefully they all get picked up. Obviously we know Jason's at MI, and outside of when he plays RCB, we wish him all the very best for the season. But thanks for your contribution, lads.
This is Credit B presents Bold Diaries.